twin EC compressors.
It's always a good day when we've got the VY in the shed. What are we doing today, Nathan?
We got a pretty big day today. We're looping it up.
This is a continuation of our drag challenge prep, but now we're moving to the VY.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a real bum out. All we have is this.
At the moment.
At the moment. We've thought we should get the ute here and go over the ute. So we need to install a tail shaft loop. This is pretty standard for any driving event. This is to stop your car from catapulting and driving its tail shaft into the ground if you do snap it at the back of the housing.
Very, very bad. We
took the car racing last weekend and it still bunny hops like Steven. So we've ordered a HARROP Diff hat for it. It's got like a big solid bush at the back of it, but unfortunately we don't have it yet.
Yes, we're waiting on that to arrive.
Daniel's picking that up today, and then we're hoping to get that like lunchtime after lunch, and then we'll slap that on. We have a fuel smell in the bed that we need to chase up. We think we just got a little bit of a leaky fitting at the pump in the tank, and we're just going to do like a general go over. I think we're going to do an oil change as well, and then it's Daniel's problem.
Yep. And then it's off the drag challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
So they went racing the day. I wasn't there for it. It did run a 12.5.
It did a 12.5. We wanted to kind of not dial in. We're not professionals. We were just playing with the suspension. Like we were just twisting knobs, going, we'll try harder, we'll try softer. Anyway, it did the best of 12.5. But like I said, the car is bouncing so hard off the line. It's flying down the back end, but just can't get the car to launch. I've been told the HARROP Diff hat is a major fix of the hopping because it stops the diff from kind of like twerking.
Yeah.
So we'll throw that in. You know, the car might launch better. It could do the same thing. It's a massive gamble.
We still can't do hard launches this thing. It's not set up for it because we don't have the right diff for it. We don't have a one-piece tail shaft.
Yeah.
The half shaft's always going to snap, as we've found out in the past. So the idea for drag challenge is we're just going to soft launch it basically and just get down the track. But you know, 12.5, it's not the quickest it could go. It's definitely got more in it, but it needs to launch hard to get anything quicker.
Harder, but
Nathan's thinking if it was me, he'd go to auto and run an 11 every day of the week.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd put an auto in it. But the minute we go to those scrutineering sheds, it's me and Michael in the Fairlane and Daniel and Josh in the ute. Who built that car?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you got problems with your car? In good news, the Fairlane went to the track as well, and it did a new PB of 11.2.
Yes.
So the Zestino 275s stuck so well, and it got it down at an 11.2 off the bat. We just rolled in, boop, 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 down the track, 11.2. Loved it, and no leaks.
Yes, it's going well. It's going very well.
So Fairlane is primed and ready. So we know the Fairlane's ready.
Now it's time
to get the ute ready.
All right, so what are we looking at?
Well, what I'm looking at is that there's a giant exhaust in the way.
Well,
you know, we've got this nice beefy that we can go to.
Yeah.
But it's very tight.
I forgot how gunky it is under this car.
That's what I was just looking at.
And
there is quite
a strong fuel smell?
Oh yeah, coming from this hole.
Yeah, okay. So
stick your beaker up there.
So there's probably some sort of leak that we need to address today then.
100%. Because it's dry at these fittings here. It's smelly at the hole.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so anyway, what do we got?
We've got a tail shaft loop, pretty standard. Ooh, it's gloss.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks better than your one.
I know. Does look better than my one.
So that needs to go in there.
Yeah.
Probably there's probably the best spot for it because at least it's flat and we can drill straight through the floor.
That's through that bottom half?
Because if we try and drill through that cross member there, we can't put bolts on it.
These are a pain in the ass, I swear. Not gonna lie, we could literally just go.
Why don't we just make our own?
We could literally just put a piece in right there.
Alright, so we were discussing how we're going to do our tail shaft loops. We're thinking we're probably going to try and do 2. We've got an idea of how we're going to do them, but we're still in the thinking process in a minute. But we thought we should probably stop because we're doing these tail shaft loops is going to involve a bit of welding, and we can smell like it stinks of fuel back here. So we need to figure out why does it stink of fuel, and it smells like it's coming from the fuel tank itself. So we're going to stop. be smart for once, so that we don't blow ourselves up. Pull the tub liner out and look at this fuel tank to figure out if there's a bit leaking, because if there is, we obviously need to address that. And we don't really want to be welding with fumes laying around, so let's do that, I guess. Yep. Go to you. Yep. In out, all the way up. Yeah. Ooh. Got it? Yeah, it's very slippery with all the oil. Alright, over the top.
Yeah. Where do you want to go from here?
Oh.
Yeah. You really chosen the terrible path.
There's oil everywhere. So the reason why there's oil everywhere is Daniel put the a bottle of oil in the back of this thing on the way back from the dyno and forgot that it was in the back on the way home, and ended up finding out when he got home and it was dripping out the back of the tank. Like a waterfall.
Oh, don't go chasing waterfalls.
It's definitely smelly though.
Everything looks fine and dandy though. Doesn't look wet.
No. Maybe prime the pump and see if we've got a leak from the pump.
Okay, yeah, hold this.
Nah, I can't see any leaks. Can't see any leaks or anything that's obvious. So now we're going to pull the fuel tank out, because it should be fairly simple. Just double check it, and it also will assist us in setting up the rear tail shaft loop.
Yes.
So might as well.
Lucky there's no fuel in it. This is the return. Yeah, good, right. Where the hell is this thing leaking from then? Because there's no leak.
I was really hoping we were going to find a leaky fitting.
No leaky fittings here, mate. Raceworks fittings don't leak. Oh, tank is
I think there's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was also looking around that, look. That's pretty... How you going?
Oh, yeah. It's not really
That's not good.
sealed in either.
Maybe a bit of silicone around that might do the job. A bit gunky around the sides. I really hope it hasn't split a seam. Nappy.
Oh, nappy.
Hey, there it is. Nappy. So many uses.
Alright, so what Michael's going to do, he's going to feel what's under this inside the tank. He's going to shove his arm in there.
Oh, there's a baffle there. I can't get to it.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a baffle there. So that was all for nothing.
That was nothing. Okay then.
Yeah, the O-ring looks fine.
O-ring looks fine.
Yeah, there's no issues there.
Okay.
And the pump wasn't moving or spinning in
No, it wasn't.
its housing, so I don't think it's this.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this was really difficult to put in.
Yep, I've just remembered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were putting like our full body weight on it.
Oh, this is on my front.
Actually, yeah, I remember this being an absolute pain in the ass to put in.
You're gonna have to keep reminding me.
Yeah, man, that was terrible. It was so difficult. It was like a two-man job. Ooh,
This back section here, I need you to push over. See right there?
Down or over?
No, over. Go over and then down. There we go.
Push. Out. That in. Yeah. This is dodgy, but... No, well. It was on our list of jobs to do today.
Sometimes,
was to fix a smelly thing. So, you know, we're just gonna...
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You really like to go to town with silicone, don't you?
I'd like to get a nice bead, but...
So you don't have that small finger to get under there, do you? You have to use a pinky.
Mate, the pinky's not even that little. I need a paddle pop stick.
Okay. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah.
We think we've come up with a bit of a plan.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the cross member here. We're going to get we've got some thick plate. We're going to drill and tap the plate so then our bolts can bolt into that. They're going to be welded to this.
Yep.
And then we're going to just build a cross member, and then our loop will go over and bolt to the cross member. So we're going to have to take the exhaust out because it's in the way. And I remember we refused to take it out of the fair lane and it was a pain in the ass. So we're just going to do it this time. And then the back, well, we're probably just going to just bolt through the sheet metal.
We'll put a plate or something either side of it so it doesn't rip through.
So that's what we're going to do at the back here. The back's pretty easy. The front is where we're kind of there's a bit more piss farting around, but that's all right. We'll get that going.
So what we're going to do is we're going to chop up this kit. We're going to make this kit that was supposed to be for one into two.
Yeah. We're using both the top halves, and then we're probably going to use one of these bottom half, one of these to do the front, and the back we can probably get away with using that because we can just shoot straight across.
Yeah. So the beauty of this setup though is this tail shaft doesn't really move up and down because gearbox is fixed, diff is fixed, so there's no movement up and down really. So we only need a little bit of clearance. So we have an idea of how we're going to approach this. We're still making it up in our head as we go. So you're just going to have to come along for the journey and figure it out as we do. The first thing that needs to happen is this exhaust needs to come off, and then we can go from there. I'm ready to go. There we go. About there. How much? So what we're working on here is we're working on some like welding plate or some bolting plate. So we can't bolt into the floor because the floor isn't thick enough, and where we're putting this to is a double skin, so we can't put a bolt on the other side of the skin, so that's not going to work for us. So what we're going to do is going to weld these fairly thick, I think they're like 10mm thick steel plates here. I'm going to weld these into place on the body, and that's what we're going to mount everything to. So I'm just going to sink some holes now to get them drilled, then we're going to weld these in place, and then from there I'll tap these in the car. So Nathan's working on trying to figure out how we're going to make the loop at the minute, and once we've got this done we can keep on with it all. That's the plan at the moment. How good would a drill press be? See, I am the drill press right now. Drill press.
Go. Alright, so what I did, I got this, I ended up using this 10mm plate. Really hope we don't need it for the back because we've got none left.
Yep.
So I just put some notches in it and bent it like that, and then I'll probably put a big fat juicy weld along there. So it clears. It's gonna go like that.
Yep.
It clears our exhaust with plenty of room.
He hopes.
Yeah, so the head of the bolt isn't gonna touch it, it's not gonna clatter. And then from there we'll just put the loop. We'll just put the loop over like that.
Yep.
Beefcakes. Strong as.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. This is 10 times stronger than the Fairlanes one. What we need to do now is we need to drill the 2 holes in this. Was I'm thinking we sit this where we want it, where we're happy. We tack this to the plates, cut the welds off that's to this, take it down, drill the holes, and put it back up.
Wow, okay.
Because then they're accurate.
Okay.
And then we can just cut the tacks.
Yeah, we can do it that way. I wish I hadn't done such a big booger weld on that tack there, but yeah, we can do it that way.
Oh, yeah, I just seen that. You know?
As long as you're going to cut it, I don't care.
Lovely! I'll re-clean that up.
Oh, I'll take this.
I already know who's going to drill those holes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I figured I would. Drill press again. On the pilot. It's hard because there's no pilot drill.
Oh, yeah.
10mm plate sucks to drill.
Michael snapped a drill bit, so, you know, he's kind of peed.
I'm very unhappy about it. Okay.
Alright.
It's ready to go.
I don't think it
Oh,
matters.
that was the fat weld, I reckon it was down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll sit it back up with the exhaust then, I guess.
Okay, now we're going to tack it back on.
Oh, fat tacks. How's that welder set up? She's purring.
Sounds spicy.
Alright, well that looks good.
That looks good. I'll cut this tacky.
It's a shame it's not level, isn't it?
Plenty of room.
Does it work?
Yes. So just go.
This is the best tail shaft we've ever made.
This is containment.
At
This is
its,
solitary containment.
at its finest.
This thing ain't moving. Whereas the tail shaft, the loop in the fair lane, it's probably gonna slap me in Michael's silly when it.
But that's a problem for another day. Alright, so after a lot of debating between the two of us about how much an acceptable gap is between the tail shaft and the loop, Nathan's acceptable limit is a little bit of grinding doesn't hurt anyone. Daniel and Josh have just rocked up. They've come to give us a hand today. So they're taking care of extending our little brackets there.
Yeah.
Nathan's going to cut this loop off for the minute. As soon as he cuts that off, I'm going to start tapping these holes, drilling out those holes again a little bit bigger and make it all look nice, then move on to the next one. Not your glasses, not your goggles.
Thank you for letting me use your your welder.
Yeah, hook that back up, I need that now. Alright, so we're drilled and tapped. Nathan's made up the bracket. Looks good actually.
It does look good.
So the good thing is with this Tailshaft loop, if the transmission mount goes for any reason, we can just mount the gearbox to that. It's probably stronger than the transmission mount. It didn't have to be 10mm obviously, this is just what we had laying around. You right?
That's so solid.
That's great. That's bloody wire. Not bad. Not too.
That looks good, man. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to round those corners and I'm going to paint them black. We're going to bolt it in. We're going to do it all again.
Damn two-piece!
We could go like that, because then we could probably roll it top. That loop looks really good.
And it took half as long to do.
Not like that Chucky Beefcakes one at the front. Yeah, I'm going to run 13 now.
I don't know if that's going to hold, but we'll see. Do you want to mark the holes while we're here?
Alright, so this is our front Tailshaft loop. It's all painted, dried up. So it's just as simple as we just got to do these bolts up and then slide it back and then boom, bolt it to the floor. And then that's our front one done. We've sorted out our back one. Josh is painting that as we speak. I don't think we filmed much of that. We just quickly threw that one together. Easy, quick. There's going to be plates that go on the inside, sandwiched, minced. But we've got other things to move on to, so we need to get this finished. All right, so we're going to bolt on the rear one now. So Josh is in there. We've got a backing plate, and we're just going to meet each other.
Yeah.
Which one you got, Josh? Just get all the nuts on.
Hey, no. No deal!
Alright, so what we are going to change is the rear diff hat on this car. It causes a lot of issues with the bouncing. It is a main cause, apparently. The way to fix that is with a HARROP rear diff case. It eliminates the bush on the back. Pretty much makes it solid mounted, I'm pretty sure. Callum over at HARROP, thank you very much. He's helped us out with a few parts. Okay. Ooh, that was good. Alright. So it looks like you've just got to pull the rear case off, rear cover. And then that bolts to where that other one bolts to.
Please don't be any drilling.
So, gentlemen.
We were using these or we were using the other ones? Hey, there we go. No more standard apple. Well, it looks better already. Alright, well, we think we've got to figure it out what bolts and stuff we need, so let's go put it in, I suppose.
I'll slide it over on this. Salt and vinegar chips.
It does always smell like salt and vinegar chips, doesn't it? Please survive Drake Challenge Diff. Please. Hopefully the right thread. Looks more expensive already, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks good. I like it. Good salt.
God, that makes it so easy. So we had issues trying to get this in. We originally tried just bolting it to it and then going up, and we realized it's got to put bolts underneath it, so it had to come down. Then we tried to just bolt that in place, then put this in, and then it wouldn't line up here. So we read the instructions. What you're supposed to do is bolt this to this, lift it up, bolt the first two in, unbolt that, drop it down, do the two rear bolts, bolt it back up, job done. And we did that, and we finally got there. It was just tedious. But now we're ready to put some oil in it and move on. We should probably mention our tail shaft loops are in. You want to show us? So, our tail shaft loops are in, and they're snug, and they're good. We have to modify this one a little bit because we realised our bolts are a little bit too close, so we've cut that down. Now it's asymmetrical, but at least now you know it only goes on one way. Go slow on that, Nate. I like the look of it. I can't wait to see it work. This might be a three-person job. So now we're back to the job that we started with this morning, which is trying to fix the fuel tank. So, have we fixed the fuel leak issue? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Alright, that is it. We are absolutely buggered once again. Drag Challenge prep has absolutely killed us. Once again, it is dark when we're finishing. It's all filled up, fuel tank's in, it's all plumbed up again. So yeah, that basically brings it to this car being ready and the fairing ready for Drag Challenge. So a few little things that we have to sort out here and there, but nothing too major. A little bit more prep that we need to do, like packing the trailers and all the gear that we're going to take with us as well too. But apart from that, I'm going to call this one a day. If you'd like to support the channel, head on over to the website where you can buy a bunch of merch. More t-shirts than that coming in the near future. I've just placed a big order for more merch, so they are coming. Keep an eye on the website. We'll let you know when it comes in anyway. Make sure to like, subscribe, really goes a long way to helping us. And you can see how this thing goes at Drag Challenge. See if we don't blow up that diff and that beautiful HARROP hat that we just put on the back of it. Fingers crossed we don't, because I don't want to pull that back out again. We're done. It's been a big day, so we'll catch you in the next episode, I reckon. Drag Challenge prep is real fun. Ask anyone who's doing it right now. I'm sure they're all feeling the exact same pressure.
Oh, pretty standard for a Commodore to find one of these in the back.
Don't want to just use your hand? You gone ice skating? You look like a new kid in the skating rink. I'm doing it, Dad, I'm doing it! Now hang on to the rail, son. You look like an old nonna.
You into your pasta! Cash? No cash.
Cash, no cash here.
There's no cash here.
There isn't, actually. Back in 19-dickety-2.
Such a shame.
That was
someone
a
needs
Simpsons
to,
reference.
cameraman, you know, witness the action.
Live action!
Live action!
Are you trying to get that off?
Yeah, I've been trying to get it off the last 3 episodes. I just keep giving up on it.
I wondered why that's stayed on the grinder. Hey.
When you're the son to a welder, your fingers are sacrificed all the time. It's just like, no, can you just come hold this? And you're holding it and you're like, wait, where are you welding? Right here. Okay. Thank you very much. Need somebody with a human touch.
Anyway.
Hey, you. Sometimes you can't pick your apprentices.
Sometimes you just go to school with them. Oh, you didn't go to school
I didn't go to school with him.
Hey, where'd you meet? Skate park?
Dance practice.
Dance practice for the formal.
Damn, now that's on live TV.
I'm definitely putting this in. What kind of dance was it?
Nathan. Be careful what you say. What kind of dancing was it, Daniel? It was Deb practice. Deb. He was like, I got a Land Cruiser. And I was like, cool. My dad's got a Land Cruiser. And he was like, cool. And I showed him a photo and he's like, wait, I own that Land Cruiser. And then we became best friends.
I remember actually like when we danced with partners, like going between each other, like, and then my dad's got this, and then
Yeah, so it was like this. We were learning to dance and it was like, so yeah, he's got this. And he's also got this. And he's got this.
I'm definitely putting this at the end.
We are the builders, building ships. boxes.
Ow, that's hot. Ow.
Yeah, it's spicy. I'm sacrificing my fingers again. But, well, that's really close. Oh, I'm going to get a glove. Hang on.
Come on.